Y'all had a lot to say, and I'm here for it. In my last few videos that I uploaded, the comment section was really healthy. There was a mix of support, a little bit of sass, and some side eyes. So in today's video, we are talking transparency, a little bit of shade, and what I am learning from you. If you've ever left a comment, good or shady, this video is for you. And I did let some of you guys know that I would be addressing some of your comments in today's video. So let's get into it. So if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on my channel we talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. So if that is something that you're here for, go ahead and subscribe. And to all my returning besties, hey girl, hey, I'm super excited to record this video. I think this is the first video that I've ever recorded like this. So let's go ahead and jump in. I am going to break up my responses by 3 categories. So the first category will be the encouragers. I am going to address all of the encouraging comments that have been left. The second category will be the curious and confused. The last few videos that I uploaded rather, I know that there were some questions that some people had, and I know a lot of the questions probably came from people who haven't been here for a while, so I just want to provide a little bit of clarification. And the last category that we will be addressing are the bold ones, honey. The ones who came in and said, hey, what? We're going to be addressing those as well, because I do want to provide clarification, and if other people had those thoughts, I want to share my views and my thoughts on them. So I think this will be kind of like a fun and engaging video. So if you are up to it, go ahead, grab some tea, grab some water, grab your coffee, and let's get started. First and foremost, anyone who has ever left me a super chat, I want to stop and say thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate your support by way of leaving a financial gift. And I really pray that God multiplies what you have deposited into my life. I thank you so much. I don't care if it was $1.99 all the way up to the $500 super chat that someone left. I had to like open my eyes, put my glasses on, like, what? 500 smackaroonies? So thank you guys so much. Anytime you guys leave a super chat, I am overwhelmed with gratitude, and I just want to stop and say thank you. Next, I want to say thank you to everyone who has joined the channel and subscribed. A lot of you guys have let me know, hey, I'm new to your channel, I have subscribed, and you're showing love in that way by a subscription. So I just want to say thank you. Welcome to the bestie squad, the best squad ever, where we support one another within our finances and just life, period. We pray over here. We believe in Jesus Christ over here. There are some who don't, but everybody is welcome. So I just want to say welcome and prepare to have some fun. Okay, we have fun over here. We keep it real. We are very honest and transparent. And so it's a no judgment zone. So definitely, I just want to once again say thank you and welcome to the squad. All right, so I want to address this comment here that says, stay strong. We are here to support you. Love watching your videos. God bless you, bestie. Thank you so much. When I receive messages like this, they are very encouraging and they really keep me going, to tell you the truth. It just continues to light that fire in me to be creative and to think like, what can I record next? So anytime I receive these type of comments, just know that you are encouraging me to just keep going. So thank you so much. And this next comment from Angel Marie, she says, new sub, love your, let me start over. The font is kind of small here when I'm reading, but it says new sub, new subby. I love your style of content and you're relatable. I love supporting small creators like you. I watch the entire video and even the ads. LOL. That's my contribution. Best of wishes. And I hope TMH connects you to the right opportunity. In the meantime, keep relying on him and trusting him. I'm definitely happy I came across this channel. I am so happy that you came across this channel as well. Once again, thank you so much for becoming a new subby, a new bestie to the channel. And I really appreciate your support. All of the messages that I receive where people are telling me, hey, I'm watching the ads, I got you on replay, I'm just playing all your videos. Trust me, it is helpful, and I am seeing it in the analytics, which I will be sharing with you guys what those analytics are coming up in a future video. But I just want to say thank you by way of even supporting by a sub and watching, because it's free to you, but it adds to my life. So I just want to say thank you so much. And these are, when I'm reading these comments, there are many comments left like this. So I'm saying thank you to everyone. Okay. All right. And then this next comment says, let's chase God. I'm sorry. This comment is from, I want to say who it's from. LC Savage, I believe. Let's chase God. Love that. Keep fighting the fight. The enemy loves to see us down. But in these moments when you truly see God's glory, all the little things that we may have overlooked, you start to see God's hands in. Keep your faith and know you are not alone. I totally agree. There are some things where I have noticed, like, wow, God, your hand was really in that. Wow, you provided for me in this way. Or wow, you saw this coming and you provided for me. Or wow, I wasn't able to pray like I'm able to pray now. Wow, I'm able to discern certain things. So you are totally correct. And by chasing God first, he adds all these other things unto us. Rather it's money or spiritual, our prayer life and things like that. So I just want to say thank you for leaving that very thoughtful comment. I really appreciated it. All right, so there's one more comment. It's a little bit long, but I do want to read it, and then we're gonna go to the next topic in or subjects that we're reading today. So this is from Debbie Mason 3487. And her comment says, be encouraged, sis. This too shall pass. Now, although you're not working, I hear so many blessings. You have credit. You have your health. You have a mortgage, not rent. You're not late with your mortgage. You have a paid off car. You went out of town. You are working on your degree that you'll be receiving soon. Your appearance looks amazing. By looking at you, I would never think that you are dealing with financial hardship. That rejection was God's protection. You might have thought it was your dream job, but find out later you hate that job. Have you thought of working with a temp agency or recruiting company to hold you over until God blesses you with the dream job he has for you? Keep the faith and continue to pray. So I definitely thank you so much, Debbie, for that comment and for just reminding me that all of these things are blessings. I could definitely well be in a worse off place. All of the work that I did prior to the season that I'm in right now has been a workup to what I didn't know I would need now. So paying off the debt prior and working on my credit prior and working on really understanding how to budget and how to manage money. All of those things I did prior definitely contributed to what I am dealing with now. And that's what's so amazing about God, that he knows our future and we don't even know why we're doing what we're doing. The car payoff and all of those things. The Lord knew that this was coming. And because he knew that, he said, let me go ahead and prepare you now for this season so that it won't be as rocky and it won't be as shaky. I have an emergency fund that I'm able to use. And I do see all of these things as blessings. I want to thank you so much for the encouragement And I want to thank you for just bringing that to light, because you're so, so, so right. So now we're going to get into the curious and the confused because there were definitely a lot of comments where some of the besties were like, I don't understand. And the first one that I really want to go over is, I got a lot of these type of comments. And so let's go over the first one. Well, let me go over this one first. This one is from @BabyDollKincaid. She said, what about your medical insurance? If you have that, are you getting unemployment, or are you a dual household family, your husband helping you? Yes, honey. He coming soon, but he not here yet. Okay, I don't have a husband. And I have gotten unemployment. So I have exhausted my unemployment. And unfortunately, here in California, they only give you a certain amount of time on unemployment. And after the unemployment, they kick you off. I did try to get an extension, but I did not qualify for one. So that's that. And then medical insurance, I actually do not have medical insurance right now. So I'm praying that I don't break a leg, an arm, a toe, or nothing because I don't have medical insurance. Now, I will say that I didn't know that I could have medical insurance. I thought you could only get medical insurance if you had a job, or if you wanted to pay for it out of pocket, which I would be paying for it out of pocket. But I thought that it would be just so expensive that I wouldn't even be able to afford it. So I will be looking into medical insurance. So that was a question that someone had. So I hope that that answers if anybody else had that question. So then this one was kind of funny. Someone says, so you must have a sugar daddy helping you with that $2,800 monthly mortgage payment. My sugar daddy, it was myself. Okay, so what I did was I saved. I have an emergency fund. So I was my own sugar daddy, number one. Number two, I do have a great support system. I have a supportive family and I have supportive friends, and they are really stepping up to the plate and providing support for me as I would for them. So I guess you can call them my sugar daddies. So that is that. And then the next comment from Pala, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. She had cell phone. I think this was from one of the videos where I talked about my bills and you did not hear me say cell phone. And that is because I do not have a cell phone bill. I do not pay my cell phone bill. And so that is something that I don't have to worry about. Thank God. So that is that. All right, so this is a comment that I wanted to address. I did get a lot of these type of comments. So this comment said, unemployed for 8 months and only 60 applications. When I was out for 3 months, I was doing about 20 to 30 per day. So let's talk about, and I do want to actually, there's another comment too that I want to read. So just so that I can address it all together. So this next comment also said, I think you should be taking anything at this point after everything you've spoken of. I think you understand how damaging debt accumulation is. Even the slow of it is better than just hanging out till you find a job that you like when nobody likes their job, even jobs you like and end up hating. So what's the point? There's one more comment that I want to throw in there so that I could address it all together. So this is the comment, and then I'm going to address everything, okay? This comment said, I am not religious, but I admire your attitude. Some companies are so short-sighted. Unless you are in an industry where technical accreditation is vital, why the insistence on a degree? Anyone who has been in a recruiting situation knows a good hire is worth their weight in gold, and how damaging a bad hire can be. In a situation like yours where you are 2 months out from a degree and you have so much experience, it's strange to me that they wouldn't give you a chance. Either they are clueless, in which case probably not a great work environment anyway, or they already had someone in mind, in which case there is nothing you could have done. Anyway, your feelings are valid. You just need to feel it as they come and work through it. I do wish, though, that you could try not to use credit cards. It's such a slippery slope. I know you don't want to start from the bottom up again. I completely understand. I wouldn't want to either. But any salary is better than nothing. Perhaps you could reconsider. I will say this, it's not easy as some people think. There are other limitations of being overqualified, and companies are often reluctant to hire in lower level jobs. Anyway, I am positive something will come through. Even if I don't know you, I can tell how capable you are. Wishing you the best. I thought that was such a great comment. Let me address it all together. Number one, as in being in leadership, number one, let me tell you why I haven't applied to a whole bunch of jobs like that. Because when I'm applying for a job, I actually sit there and I read the description. I read to make sure I'm qualified or have done the work before, and then I apply for that job. I have not seen a whole lot out there. We're in a market today where it is an employer's market. The employers are able to be so picky, and they are able to really comb through resumes, and they have a lot to choose from. So because we are in an employer's market, there are more people needing a job than there are jobs, way more. Because of that, I'm not just aimlessly applying to jobs. I don't even know how people do that. So if you guys can let me know in the comments, how are you able to apply to so many jobs per day? That would be amazing. I know this one person said, I've applied to over 400 jobs, but in the comment, it didn't say if they've gotten a job. So applying to over 400 jobs is a waste of time, in my opinion. It's not a good use of time if you're applying to things that you A, don't qualify for, and you B, well, let me just say you don't qualify for. And I'll tell you, when it's so much when it comes to job searching, especially in the market that we're in now, but applying to all of those jobs and you haven't even gotten a job, to me, it's not a good use of time. I will say that. And I don't even know how long it even takes to do any of that. So if you are the person who does that and you pretty much know how that works, I would love to hear it in the comments, so that, maybe it's just something that I haven't stumbled upon. And, like I said, if you've seen the last video, I haven't been in the job market for a long time. So maybe there are tools that I don't know about that maybe you guys can help me to see. So that's one. I'm very particular about the jobs that I am applying for. Number two, some people have said I'm probably too good to work like a retail job or something like that. Let me just say I'm not too good, not at all. I have actually applied for retail jobs. I've applied for spaces where I'm not in leadership, that I've just applied for frontline positions, and I've gotten declined for those jobs. Why? Because as in being in recruiting myself, I understand two things. The first thing is a company is not going to waste their time hiring somebody with certain types of backgrounds, because we know that they're probably only applying for that job because they need a job. So once they find a dream job, they're going to quit. It's inevitable, and it happens all the time. So it's a waste of company resources, time, and money to just bring someone on and knowing that we're going to have to be recruiting for this position again. So that's the first thing. The second thing, it's very difficult, and I'm not saying that it would be hard to manage me, but it's very difficult to manage leaders when they've been in a leadership position and now they're in a frontline position. It was difficult for me when there were some hires that I hired, and these people were in leadership roles, and it was very difficult managing them. because they are overqualified. They're in a position where they make decisions. They're in a position where they are used to change, and they're used to just really making an impact on the bigger picture of the organization that they're with. So it's hard to manage those people. And I can tell you, 99% of the time, 99% of the time, those associates quit. Hey bestie, so I lost the audio, as I can see, while editing, but I just want to wrap up this category here where we're talking about the confused and people having questions about what you just heard. Basically, what I have decided to do is really go 100% focus on budget treasures, and that will definitely provide income as I am searching for my dream job. All right, now the last category is the bold ones, honey. Now, I will say that I don't really experience receiving too many harsh comments, and I'm happy about that I don't have to read too many comments where people are like coming at me sideways. I haven't like had to block anyone, you know, from leaving like a crazy comment. The only time I've blocked people are those spammers that come in here talking about, oh, you can reach out to Sally Sue and they helped me with $65,000, and then it's like a whole bunch of messages. I delete those quickly. Do not call them, okay? Because that is spam, or they trying to steal your money. So I delete those, but I haven't really had to block anyone. But there was a couple of comments. I'm just gonna read this one, and I'll address everyone who has left like this type of comment. So this comment says, I'm not religious, but I am aware that I guess that's what say that you are, and I respect that. But girl, pick yourself up and get back on the horse. The loss of that job opportunity was hard and disappointing. I get that, and I understand how you feel, but firstly, you misread the job notice, and that is on you. Yes, they shouldn't have let you go that far in the process, so it didn't work. Time to move on. Secondly, you're broke. You need to take care of yourself before you give your money away by tithing. When you get back on your feet, you can make up for the tithing that you miss. I would imagine that your God wouldn't want you to go into debt and use credit cards so you can tithe. Stop waiting for things to happen for you and pull yourself up and get moving. You relying on your credit cards is necessary, but not great. You have got to make changes. Rent a room in your house, buckle down with school, graduate, get the degree, and things will hopefully get better. For now, the economy is bad, so get any job just to tide you over. Your life is in your hands, so get up and get moving. I wish you luck. So I want to say thank you so much for your comments. I really appreciate it. And that is pretty much how I read it. It was probably a little bit, nicer than that. But first, I just want to say, when it comes to my God and what I believe, no one can give me advice on what I believe my God is saying to me when it comes to anything. But specifically, while we're talking about tithing, I never said that I tithe on credit, because that's not what tithing is. Tithing is giving 10% of whatever it is that I earn or whatever it is that I make. And that's not putting it on credit. Tithing is about having faith that God, it's about one, being obedient. That's the first thing. And then two, it's about having faith and trusting him with the 10% that he's given me, and he will open the windows of heaven for me. That is what I believe. And I have been a tither for over 15 years, and I am not broke because of tithing. If I've ever been broke, it's because I've mismanaged the 90%. When it comes to that. So no one who doesn't believe or doesn't practice it, you can't give me advice on something that you don't believe in practice on your own self. So I personally, I never, these comments, they don't bother me because you don't believe. So I can't expect you to understand because you don't believe. I'm not broke, or maybe I am broke, but I'm not broke because I have investments and things like that. So I'm not broke. That's wrong. I'm not as rich as I want to be or wealthy as that I'm, but I'm not broke. Using credit and utilizing credit, there are definitely different, when it comes to that, there are different ideas that people have about credit. We have one person who believes that you should utilize credit. You have another person who believes that credit is bad and credit is dumb, and it is when you're not utilizing it in a way that is necessary. But me using credit doesn't say that I'm broke. And that's just what I believe. And I know how I have managed my money, and I know that what I'm able to do and how I'm able to sustain, which actually shows that, I'm in a bind right now, but who is not, or who hasn't ever been, you know what I'm saying? So it is necessary right now. But yeah, I already talked about the renting a room. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that desperate. I will never be that desperate to rent a room and risk my life by living with someone that I don't know. I'm in school. I'm there. I'm doing it. I'm in school, and the graduation is coming in less than 2 months. And yes, the economy is bad right now. And kind of like what I talked about earlier, there are more jobs that people need than there are jobs needing to be filled. It just is what it is. But yeah, yes, I did misread the job notice, and that was on me. But sometimes I will apply even if I'm not qualified, because I just have that kind of faith. I will apply even if the job posting does say that I need a degree, or if the job posting does say I need, certain qualifications and I don't have them. I definitely will do it sometimes, because I have seen sometimes where you will get the job and you probably didn't qualify for it, but for whatever reason, you got the job. And I know many people in my life where that has happened, and that's just where my faith takes me. But you are right. I did misread the job notice, and that was on me. Yeah, they shouldn't have let me go that far in the process, but they did. It was a learning lesson. So yeah, I hope that I've been able to answer that comment. And there were a couple of other comments where people were, expressing their opinion that, I am crazy. They've used a few other choice words, but using credit is dumb, and all this stuff. So I totally understand. But like I said, I definitely welcome all of the comments, but that was really the only comment. Like I said, the majority of comments that I've gotten have been positive, or just where people didn't really understand, why I'm moving the way that I'm moving, or, certain things like that. Not harmful at all. But that was the one where I was like, dang, girl. She said, listen, you read the job posting wrong. That's on you. Don't be over here crying, wanting our sympathy, and you read it wrong. I was like, dang, okay. But anyway, this has been fun. I will definitely try to continue doing these like Q&As if anyone has any questions. There are definitely some other video requests that people have given that I will be recording, so stay tuned for those. But I hope that this has been a fun video to watch. And if you have any additional questions or clarifications needed, please leave it down in the comments. But until then, I will see you besties in the next video. Go be great. Peace out.
You special and she reckless. Remember, you're my bestest friend. Yeah, she my bestie. My love for you is endless. Nobody else can end it. And when I get the money back, then baby girl, you can spend it.